Ready, okay? So we are going to talk about today how to run faster and further. How to run faster and further in your business, in your life, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, man. My good friend Nehemiah Davis says, success loves speed. Success loves speed. Okay. There is an adage, there's like a saying that says, if you want to run fast, what? What is it? Finish that sentence for me, y'all. If you want to run fast, what is it? Go alone. If you want to run fast, you gotta go alone, which is true. But this also implies that if you want to, if you go with a team, it slows you down, which is true. If you want to go fast, go alone. That is true. It implies that, though, if you go with a team, it'll be much slower. That is also true. Listen to me. Take these notes. People will slow you down. People will slow you down. I know what you're thinking. We read the book Who Not How, and you need a whole bunch of who's. Just stick with me, all right? But people are going to slow you down. So you have to take that into consideration. Not only when you bring somebody on to like this journey with you, you're not just bringing the person, you're bringing on whatever that person is dealing with. Whatever that person's carrying, you're bringing that person to. So for my entrepreneurs, if you're making less than $250,000, I want you to really, really pay attention. In the beginning, sometimes, most of the times, it's better to go alone in the very beginning, okay? But you got to hear me out on the whole presentation. You got to stay till the end, all right? Because it's going to make sense. Now, I am going to say this to you. If you want to go fast, be fast, because you could be alone and slow. You could be going alone and slow. So it's not the fact that you have people with you that you're going slow, because even without people, without a team, you're still going slow. So if you want to go fast, you got to be fast. Listen, you got to walk fast. You got to talk fast. You got to execute fast. You just got to be fast. Some of you talk too slow to be successful. You walk too slow. You see the people in the mall just aimlessly wandering, and you can tell there's nowhere they got to be. They have nothing they got to do. Even if I don't have nowhere to go, I'm going to get there real fast. Listen, when I first started dating my wife, we'd be walking and she'd be like, yo, slow down. Where are you going? We're going to the restaurant. Yeah, but why are you in a rush? I'm not in a rush. Why are you walking so fast? Because someone told me when I was younger that if you have nowhere to go, at least get there fast. Walk like you have some purpose. People will see you and they will not waste your time. Why? Because you're walking fast. When you get on the phone with somebody, the reason they stay on the phone with you is because you're not talking fast. They know you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing to do. You ain't got nowhere to go. So you're talking slow. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up with you? I'm good, man. How you doing? Man, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm all good, man. Hey, what you got going on? Nothing? Oh, I ain't got nothing going on either. And it's just two slow talking people on the phone with nothing to do, nowhere to go. Your persona says you ain't got nothing to do. If you want to go fast, you got to be fast. I'm asking you today to pick up the pace of your walk. I'm asking you today to pick up the pace at which you talk to people. At least, I don't care if you're not saying nothing, but say it with purpose and passion and intention. Now, I'm not saying you got to scream at everybody, but it's a difference between saying, I got some things to do, and I got some things to do. An introvert can say, I got some things to do today, or I got some things to do today. It's the same thing. I'm not telling you to be out of character. Pick up the pace of everything. One of my coaches said, you have to close the gap between idea and income. How long does it take you to make money off of an idea? For some of us, forever. It takes forever. Everything is just so slow, and everything is just this process. I'm asking, just pick up the pace. Just pick up the pace. If you made $5,000 last month in 30 days, hold on, what's this? September? What's October? 30 days says September. Yeah, 30 days in September. And if there's 30 days in October, let's just make the 5,000 in 22 days versus the 30. Let's just do it a little faster. That's why we have to track our activity and our sales, everything. We got to pick up the pace and the energy in our life. Oh my gosh, you ever meet somebody and you're having a great day, but they're just slow, golly, and they're dragging you down. You was having an amazing day until after this conversation, and now it's just not. So if you want to go fast, if you want to run fast, go alone. But while you're alone, you got to be fast. I'm telling you, it sounds crazy. Maybe it sounds like a reach of success, but it's no. Let me not even go into that because Daddy hates when I start roasting manifestation. But it'll sound the same, okay? One factor that will impact your success is the speed at which you do stuff, including your conversation. I'm asking when I see you walk a little faster. Let's just start there. Let's start our success journey there. Walking just a little bit faster than you normally walk. We are not dragging anymore. We got to get there. Some sort of sense of urgency for something. There should always be a sense of urgency. Okay, so if you want to go fast, go alone. That's true, which implies that if you go with a team, it will slow you down. That is also true. But the second part of that says if you want to run far, go with a team, which is true. But this implies that if you go alone, you won't get very far, which, unfortunately, is true. A team helps you go further, or people, not even a team, a community. I believe, check this out. And I don't know the answer to this, but for those that are in the morning meetup that I'm looking at all these boxes on the screen, how many people read more books, or you went further into books because there's a community of people that are reading the same book with you? How many people, let's do this. How many people in this morning meetup, you weren't normally up at this hour? You weren't normally up at 5 a.m. on the West Coast. You weren't normally up at 8 a.m. on the East Coast. But because there's a group of people here with you, you've been up for the past year, the last 2 years, year and a half, last 6 months. You've been getting up a little bit earlier. Why? Because there's a group of people that's helping you go a little further. This stuff sounds, I know, you guys, maybe we don't understand the walking fast thing, and I don't see how that's going to help me make more money or be successful, but it does. But the fact that there are other people here, it seems elementary, but the fact that other people are here, it's going to help you go further in your journey. I believe 100% for those that are not in the morning meetup, you would have quit a long time ago. You would have quit a long time ago had it not been for this community. Not had it been for me or the guests that we have on the call. It would be because there was nowhere for you to have that energy of people saying, come on, I missed you on the call. Where you been? Are you reading? Why aren't you reading? And that pressure creates, okay, let me go read. I'm going a little bit further because there are people here. A team reminds you of where you want to go on a regular basis. You can let you down. You can let you down. If you ever been on a diet, and I do it all the time, so I know, I don't make my health journey public. Why? Because even though I know it will help me get a lot farther, but people are going to hold me accountable, and I don't like that. I want to quit my health journey when I want to quit. Okay, y'all not judging me, right? First off, I think maybe that's why I'm not a motivational speaker, because I don't be motivated all the time. And there will be no motivational speaker that say, sometimes I just don't want to be successful. This is true. Sometimes my health journey, I know y'all like, yo, I cannot follow this guy. Whose coach is this? Uh, Sometimes I don't make it public because I know I I know if people are gonna hold me accountable and I'll go a lot farther. Remember, I did some sort of journey. It was like 30 days or not, it was 90 days. What did I do for 90 days? Oh, the intermittent fasting for 90 days. I was so mad that I told y'all that I was gonna do the intermittent fasting. Why? Because I had to keep it up now. I had to keep doing it. And I did succeed for 90 days. But if I didn't tell anybody, I could have quit that first week because I really 8:30, I got hungry. But the fact that I told people, I got people on this journey with me. I went a lot further, went further with the 90 days. Okay. And eventually, one day, I'm telling you, I'm going to really go hard at getting a six pack and, you know what I mean, some stronger thighs. I really need to work on my arms too because I hold my daughter all day, and I don't know if it's a good thing, but my arm getting really, really tired, and then I justify that that is my workout for the day. It's crazy. I am a sick human being. See, that's why I don't coach. You know what I mean? Because anyway, I don't know why I said all that. But a team will remind you where you're going, and the things that stop you along your journey are easier to overcome when there are people there. So if you're going to climb a mountain, I mean, you'd probably quit. But if you're there with a group of people, like everybody brings different tools and strengths to help you. Like you ran out of water, but for some reason, if you have enough people, somebody got some water that they can revive you. If there weren't anybody there, you would have quit. You wouldn't go that far because you wouldn't have that person there that had the resource that you need. So it is true. If you want to run far, go with a team. So let's put this together. This very, very true statement. If you want to run fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with a team. Now, my philosophy in this, and this is the part that's really going to help you, is you want to go fast, then far. Because we want to go both fast and far, right? But I think in the beginning, as an entrepreneur, especially, you've got to go fast first. You've got to get some momentum first. You've got to get some momentum first. One of the major challenges with entrepreneurs is we we're online and we see people who have a team. And you see all these people like, yo, you need a team. And you say stuff like, yo, I need a team. And I talk to people who are just starting their business and they can't go another step because they need a team. And that is not the case. Old school entrepreneurship, when back in my day, you just had to go grind. You had to go get it. And then what happens is people come along the journey with you. Let me tell you what not to do. Do not listen to the sound of my voice. Do not plan something or plan your idea with a team. It is a terrible idea. Do not create a plan with your team. I'm talking to my entrepreneurs under $250,000 a year, people that are really looking to grow, or you're just getting started, and high level. I told my friend, he makes 10, $15 million a year. He had this idea and he brought it to the table to all of us. And it was four of us. And he said, yo, this is what we should do. This is my idea. I had some input. The other person had some input. The other person had some input. And my friend had the input. And we're trying to come together on the name of the thing that we're going to do and how we're going to go about it. And everybody gets all frustrated because we can't come up with a name. And then my friend got frustrated because he brought all these people into his idea. And he said, man, I should have did it on my own. And I had to have a conversation with him. I said, bro, plan it out, then tell the rest of us the plan and see if we want to be a part of the plan because we're going to be stuck on the name. This isn't like just stuff for beginning entrepreneurs. Do not create a plan with a bunch of people because that plan will never see the light of day. Because everybody got input and everybody got ideas. And then I feel away because I'm doing more work and then you're not doing any work, but we came up with this together. I'm telling you, as an experienced entrepreneur, not the most experienced, but I've been doing this full time since 2010. Stop coming up with plans and sharing your ideas with your friends and asking them to help you with it. Here's what you do. You create the plan on your own because you need to go fast. You need to come up with the name, the idea, the concept, how it's going to play. And then you reach out to your friends and say, yo, this is the plan. This is what you're going to do. This is what that person's going to do. This is what I'm going to do. If this person or that person doesn't want to be a part of it, it's okay. We're still moving forward because I have a role for a person. And if that person doesn't want to be a part of it, I'll simply find someone else to fill this particular spot. But you have to execute on your own first. Take this note, do all that you can until help comes. Do all that you can until help comes. I'm growing my hair out, y'all. I'm trying to see what this gray look like, full blown. You know what I mean? I didn't have anything to do anything. All right, y'all got it? Execute on your own first. Execute on your own first. Side note, doesn't have anything to do with anything again. I was out in LA with some friends and Ronnie Brown, like she was there and she was like recording the whole table, but it was dark. It was dark in the room. So she's recording and like, yo, just out with the squad or whatever. And I had my hat off and she started giggling. And I'm like, so funny. She's like, yo, if I show you this comment, you're going to die. And I said, I'm not going to die. Tell me what it is. Somebody said, yo, did Shans dye his hair? Because at night, it just looks like I'm blonde. It looked crazy at night. All right, we'll get back to the presentation. Okay, so if you want to go fast and then go far, but you got to go alone first, get the momentum, and I promise you, this is a promise that I'm making to you. If you get some momentum, you will not have a hard time finding a team of people to go far with you. But you haven't experienced that and you're looking for a team up front and you're not doing all that you can and you're expecting people to just pick you up. If your car breaks down and you're outside with a thumb up and you're not doing anything but holding your thumb up, people will drive by you. But if they see you pushing the car, okay, you heard that before. Okay, so I stole that from somebody. Okay, J-Dub, chill out. So if you are pushing, if you're pushing the car, people will stop because they see you doing something. Yo, as soon as I started this t-shirt brand with Sleepers for Suckers, nobody wanted to help me, but I'm getting the shirts, I'm making the sales, and then my friends come along and say, yo, that's dope. Yo, we should do a photo shoot. Everybody got ideas on the thing that I'm doing now. But it's the thing that I'm doing now. If you can't go make your first $100,000 on your own, you're just not doing it right and you're not working hard enough. You're trying to work smarter and not harder when some of y'all need to work harder and stop trying to think through everything. You have to think through an idea, but sometimes the thinking is the hard work and you got to think through that on your own and then do the work and do the work. And while you're doing the work, think about what you're doing and then come back the next day, do the work, refine the process. Kel says she was just texting everybody, right? Eventually, she'll stop getting hits. But you don't stop doing the work to think. You think based on the work that you did and she'll say, okay, well, maybe I need to refine the way I'm saying it, but I'm not going to stop doing the work. I'm not going to stop the 20. I promise you, once the 20 stops, once we stop reaching out to 20 people, sales will slow down. I promise you. I'm telling y'all, y'all better stop looking for a team. I believe you can make your first $100,000, $200,000 without a soul, without anybody else on your team. It's just you hitting the streets. If you have a $50 product, I mean, you got to sell, how many is that? A $50 product, you have to sell how many of those will make you $100,000? 2,000? 2,000 $50 products? There's 2,000 people on your phone. There's hundreds of thousands of people on your social media that you follow. They follow, like DM people. You see probably 1 million people a year. I don't know how many people you see a year, but it's a lot. But you can go sell a $50 product 2,000 times in a year? Yes, Flora, it's 6 a day. Is it 6 a day? Maybe it's 6 a day. That might be 6 a day. That's light. If you're not doing 6 a day on your $50 product, you're just not out there hitting the streets. You're waiting for a team. That's why you're going so slow and you're not going fast. But I promise you, as soon as you start doing as soon as you are fast, the team will come. Okay. Next point, and then I'll be trying to leave time for like Q&A. You don't need a team. You need things done. Probably my favorite thing to teach when it comes to like this whole conversation of a team. You don't need a team. You just need some stuff done. I just want to, I'm gonna let it sit for a second. Some of you have heard me talk about it because I love talking about it. But for all my morning meetup family members that are listening to the sound of my voice, I want you to remember this, okay? You do not need a team. You need things done. Get this. Not everyone who gets things done for me is on my team. Listen, in the beginning, it's a lot easier to just have people to get things done for you than to have a team. Why? Because with a team, it's another level of responsibility. You got to take care of people. You got to constantly motivate people. I was getting my t-shirts printed. The t-shirt printer wasn't on my team. I just paid him to get it done because I needed shirts printed. I didn't say to myself, I need a team to help me print shirts. To this day, I'm working on my presentation for, y'all need to go to the podcast boot camp too. Y'all need to see me Thursday and Friday because it's about to be lit. And like, as I'm putting the presentation together, I'm like, oh crap, I cracked the code on how to monetize your podcast. It's crazy. But I have a young lady putting together my presentation, my slide deck. So I'm saying what I'm going to teach. And I reached out to somebody to put together my presentation deck. Now, somebody might say, man, I need somebody on my team to help me write my speeches and put my presentations together. No, I just need somebody to do that. The person that did the interior design for the podcast, my podcast studio, just the studio. So the person was on my team that did the whole place. But the studio, it was just an interior designer. I need the thing done. I would rather you just do it, and I don't have that big responsibility for taking care of you. I don't want to say not as a person, but the people on my team, I got to take care of them. I got to keep them inspired. I got to keep them motivated. I got to keep mentoring. I got to keep teaching. That's a responsibility that you may not want. So stop looking at it like I need a team. You need to identify the stuff that you need done and get them to get that done. You don't need a team. Identify people who can see, in this process, identify people that you can see that would be a good teammate. Somebody that's like more bought in. Listen, as a leader though, you are going to have to, especially in the beginning, you are going to have to learn and work on your ability to paint pictures with words. You got to learn that. To keep people inspired, you have to paint pictures with words. And you have to learn people. And you have to realize that not everybody you can talk to the same way. Some people you can joke with, some people you can't. Some people you got to give extra attention to, some people you got to leave them alone. But that takes a while to like kind of figure out. Not saying that I haven't figured out, but I haven't figured out more than I did when I was doing it by myself. But if you want to go far, you have to have some people on your team. But first, you got to do it yourself and start to set the tone, the expectation of what's going to happen in this organization or in this company. You have to be moving. If you get a whole bunch of people and you don't have any momentum, your team, your company, your business, your bank account, none of it will have momentum. But if you have some momentum, and there are some times I'm trying to get out of an event and I'm walking. I walk into my car and there are people that say, oh, yo, Dave, I got a question. Sometimes I tell them, yo, you got to keep walking. They're like, oh, okay, cool. And they're walking and asking the question. And I'm walking and answering the question because I'm going somewhere. And if you want to be with me for this time frame, whether it's for these next 3 minutes or you want to be with me for the next 6 years as a team member, you're going to have to walk and talk. Why? Because I'm walking. I don't stop everywhere and say, hey, let's just talk. I got stuff to do. And I'm not walking slow either. So sometimes I don't listen. Maybe it's wrong, but sometimes it's women. And I'm walking and they're in heels. And they're walking a little faster in heels. You know, the little heel walk that they be having when they got to walk a little bit faster in heels. Why? I'm going somewhere. I'm focused on going to my car. So if you want to roll with me, you have to walk and talk. But if you sit there and just stand there and you're talking to somebody, guess what? Somebody else comes up. And guess what? Somebody else comes up. And somebody else comes up. And eventually you have a circle of people around you. And none of us are going anywhere. And if I'm talking slow to this one person, the next person that has a question, they're going to talk slow. And I'll never get anywhere. So when I'm talking to the one person, I'm talking fast. This is what I think you need to do. Da 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 da. Okay, what you got? This isn't a whole sit down conversation. I'm going to talk fast to you. And then the second person, I'm going to talk fast to them. And guess what the third person expects? Not to just sit there. They don't expect, like they expect to be on it. I'll come to you. Okay, what you got? They're like, okay, cool. Okay, let me answer your question. Why? Because there's an energy that I have to have around me at all times. There's got to be an energy. Now, when I'm not having the most amazing day, it gets tough. So I'm not saying I'm high energy all the time. Or when I'm frustrated, I'm like, I got to sometimes contain the energy because I don't want to say something out of frustration. I have this frustrated energy. I think you guys get what I'm saying, right? But listen. Okay. Because I want you to go far and I want you to have a team. You have to have that energy because if you have the energy, everybody else on your team will have the energy. And you want to identify some people that you wouldn't mind building something with, tighter relationships. But be careful not to have them think that you need them. Okay? I need my team to think that they need me. Why? Because I'm going somewhere anyway. If the people that you have on your team think that you need them, and let's just say you actually need them, and you're too afraid of doing things yourself, they will impede your progress because now you got to wait on them. And you got to deal with their attitude because they know that you need them. But if you are walking the whole time, listen, you can talk to anybody that is on my team right now. They will tell you, I have not stopped walking ever. I'm going to get it done regardless. We need a team, but I need you to adopt the mindset that you don't need this one person. This one person doesn't make or break your team. What's crazy is they had to have some leaders in there at Apple because they was like, yo, we don't even need you, Steve Jobs. They was like, yo, this one monkey don't run no show. I mean, they went back and got Steve, but Steve realized he needed them. This is a whole conversation, but my point in saying it is, even Steve Jobs, when he got fired, he said, yo, I don't need the thing that I built. I'll just build it again. Look at it. He went and built some other stuff. But I'm telling you, your team will feel like you need them if you're not walking, if you're not determined. I'm telling you, everybody on my team will know, yo, Dave's going to be successful with or without me. I hope nobody on my team thinks, yo, it's because if I stop, Dave's going to stop. There's no way anybody on my team believes that. Why? Because I'm used to going fast. Now, as you build a team, you got to slow down so that you can speed up, but we're not slowing down too much. Everybody has to expect that this is what's going on here. We are going to work. Cynthia put in the chat, and I loved it. She said, we was in a meeting. She said, the word of the day is flexibility because they know we got to be flexible and we can't complain about it. This is what we do. And I'm working on getting better at it, kind of. But anyway, you don't want people to feel entitled. Okay. But the cool thing is, once you get some really, really good people, they do become increasingly harder to replace. They become increasingly tough to replace. And those are the team members you have to you got to bring closer. Because I'm telling you, it's hard to find people who operate at a high level for a long time. It's hard to find people who go fast and far. So when you find somebody that goes fast and far and efficient, oh, you got to bring them closer. Oh, we identify. We rock together. Okay, cool. I have another person that believes and moves the way that I move. I love this. Let's go. So, our objective is to go fast and far. For you to do, next action step is to pick up the pace. Pick up the pace in everything that you do. Cut the time between idea and income. Cut the time between what you made last month and what you're going to make this month. Cut the time. Just a little faster. A little faster. We have to talk a little faster. We got to walk a little faster. We got to execute a little faster. Okay. So yes, that's that part. And then if you want to go far, you are going to need a team to go further, but they're only going to go as far as you are willing to go as the leader. Okay. All right. So let me close this out. If you're on YouTube, go to themorningmeetup.com. You get to hear this stuff every day, Monday through Friday. Jump on with us. All right, themorningmeetup.com. All right, let's go into some questions for my morning meetup family members. Brand, who we bringing in?